Now, former soldiers are part of an innovative training programme aimed at helping NHS staff in Wales to be better prepared for responding to major incidents. The Climb programme was inspired by a perceived lack of preparedness for the health service in its initial response to the COVID pandemic. Well, it's hoped the select group of doctors, nurses and healthcare managers will be able to use their training to lead the health service through major challenges that come up in the future. Ben Price has this report.
Can you hear us?
Doctors, nurses and other NHS workers from across Wales working together to rescue bodies trapped inside a collapsed building.
You can't leave me. I'm not leaving you over here.
Of course, this isn't a real-life scenario, but a training opportunity to share knowledge and develop skills in an extreme situation.
The closest thing is within my day job has been navigating the pandemic. So a lot of uncertainty, a lot of new stresses and strains on services and individuals, and having to adapt to be flexible.
Being put in a situation where there's an emergency in a fake scenario provides you to practice those skills and use them in a more safer environment so that you can then use those skills in real life then.
Coordinating a disaster zone response is part of the Climb programme, which has been designed to prepare NHS leaders of the future for the next unprecedented challenge. The course was inspired by the way in which teams pulled together to build the Dragon's Heart Hospital, Wales's largest COVID-19 field hospital in the Principality Stadium.
We were particularly excited and inspired by the young leaders that ran towards the fire. But as the military and the elite sport people who helped us looked on with us, we all agreed that we'd never really trained those young leaders or given them what they needed to work really well together. The challenges that are coming towards us are ever more complex, and you need different forms of leadership, so we can't keep doing what we always did.
The health service continues to feel the impact of the COVID pandemic. Having been pushed to their limit, many here admit it's left them feeling exhausted, others burnt out. But this opportunity to share experiences and offer support has provided hope.
My first day as a consultant was the day we went into lockdown, so it has been a really steep learning curve. It is really hard. The NHS is totally overwhelmed. People's expectations have gone up, people's needs have gone up. We've got an ageing population and a system that is totally overwhelmed. So some people are quite burnt out, and we've discovered lots of hope and actually that we can be the future leaders of the NHS.
So I see a really positive and bright future for the NHS. I'm really proud to work for the NHS and can see my career, being through the NHS.
It's also a chance to discuss ways in which they believe they can lead the health service towards a brighter future.
The generation here that's come up now with their IT technology skills, was not something I would have thought of as a kid. So we need to think how we can embrace the digital revolution and make sure, though, that the important thing really is that we don't leave people behind.
2, 3, lift. Slowly.
Despite acknowledging the many problems within Wales's health service, the next generation of NHS leaders are optimistic about its future.
Ben Price reporting there.